How's it going, guys? It is Ryan and welcome to a brand new video, and today once again we're going back to the classic games, this time on F105 by Sony Entertainment Europe, and this was their penultimate game before they sadly folded, I believe, on the PS2. Once again for this, we're going to be driving in the Ferrari of Michael Schumacher at the legendary Spa-Francorchamps. In this game in particular, the last section of the track is a bit different to what we've got now, so you'll see that once we get there. Just showing you guys the difficulty that we're going to be running is on hard AI, so it's going to be a bit trickier and on this game in particular, because apparently they did improve the AI than we saw on 2004, so we'll see. We're going manual gearbox as well, no assists whatsoever, but now we're going to be heading to the track then for the Belgian Grand Prix for you guys. So one little thing that I really liked about this game was this feature here, was the rules and flags, just to help you, if you're new to F1, to understand what the rules and regulations are and any tips and tricks that may help you in your races. So I'm going to leave you now in the hands of Martin Brundle to take you through the grid order for today's Belgian Grand Prix race on F105. I hope you guys enjoy.
Welcome to the Belgian Grand Prix, coming to you from the wonderful Spa circuit. Rubens Barrichello will head the field. That makes it 2 in a row. Next to him in second place is McLaren's Juan Pablo Montoya. He's the first of the Michelin runners. David Coulthard is third. He'll be pretty pleased to be that far up the grid. Starting from fourth is Brit Jenson Button. Fernando Alonso is fifth. Seventh spot goes to Kimi Raikkonen. Sato lines up ninth. He was obviously disappointed after yesterday and has left himself a fair bit to do during the race. Next is Klein. He complained of understeer during his qualifying run, but expects the balance to be better for the race. It's 14th for Jacques Villeneuve, 15th for Ralf Schumacher. Lining up just to the side of his Toyota teammate is Jarno Trulli. 17th is Patrick Friesacher. Christian Albers lines up alongside his teammate.
So we're here then for the Belgian Grand Prix in Michael Schumacher's Ferrari at Spa. And I want you guys, for today's question, is do you prefer the old layout, final corner to this track, or the current one? Let me know in the comments below, but the lights are on as we will go racing right now in Spa. We get a brilliant start, passing both the Minardi and the Jordan before turn 1. We're going to be going into the tight section of turn 1, which obviously looks a bit different from this version. So we're going to be very tricky corner to get absolutely spot on, but we get it through and we're up to P15. So the AI at the back of the field aren't really that good, so we're going to be seeing them braking a bit earlier than usual, as you will see, just braking ready for Eau Rouge, round the outside of a Sauber and a Jordan, and up to 13th, make that 12th place. We're now side by side with, I believe that is a Williams on there, and there, you can just see there Ralf Schumacher there as we go off the track there. The issue I had with this game was the twitchiness of the pad, of the steering, so I had to get back to grips with this, as obviously you guys know I've been a wheel user since 2011, since F1 2011 came out, so going back to the pad was a bit interesting, let's say the least, on there. But in this race we're currently in P10 as we go around the outside of a Sauber as well, but you can just see the AI not being up to scratch that I would have liked at this point, so I was a bit disappointed with that. But one good thing about this game is the lack of the engineer. Jeff's version of this game was very quiet, I've got to say, throughout this race, so I was quite happy with that. As we come in then through the middle part of the lap, getting a beautiful run on that Renault there. As we're going to try and go down the inside of him, and we move up to P7. As we've got a McLaren next of, I think that is Kimi Raikkonen, round the outside we go of him into P6. So it's like the first lap on F1 2014, but it's for all the lap where the AI are really slow, which is really not what I wanted there, as we just have a bit of a contact there with Alonso, but we go up to P5 and on our merry ways to the next man in E number 4. But we're coming up to the old layout and just showing you a bit of the cameras here, just to show you what it was like, what the options that you got there. But coming to the very weird looking bus stop chicane on this layout, it was very weird to see this. They went through so many different changes to this final section of the track, and that's why I wanted to ask you guys, which one did you prefer, the classic version or the modern version here? So we're coming in to end the first lap and we're into P5, and Martin Brundle will now go through the field now, which was quite a nice little feature to let you know who is where as we lock up at turn number 1.
Completed, the field looks like this. Barrichello leads, Montoya is second, Coulthard third, Button is fourth. Michael Schumacher is right on his tail, sixth Alonso. Taking seventh just behind his teammate is Giancarlo Fisichella, and Raikkonen is eighth.
just want to put it out there, it's James Allen, not Martin Brundle. So I do apologise to any James Allen fans right now, and if he's actually watching this, I do feel bad for him. But James Allen and Martin Brundle for me were one of my favourite commentators at the time on ITV. Very good combination there. As in this race we passed Jenson Button and also a Red Bull, so we're now up to P3 in this race as we're trying to hunt down both the McLarens of Barrichello actually leading the race actually. So we're having a Ferrari on 2 here, but the fuel on the top right hand you can see there, our tyres aren't up to temperature on the fronts, but the fuel was the thing I was kind of looking at very closely because it was dropping quite dramatically throughout this race, and I was kind of worried that we're running out of fuel and we may have to lift off as much. But we're into the slipstream and of the McLaren as we just go into the back of him. Doesn't really want to, we just get glued to him, so the twitchiness of the pad not up to my liking as we lock up the front right. We get it done and we are up to P2 with the next man being our teammate Rubens Barrichello in the Ferrari. We're going to stay right behind him, then just going in into the back of him there, but we have to lift off. But coming then into the final sector we go, and it's Montoya behind there as we just get a nice exit on our teammate. Going to try and take him there, but the twitch of the wheel, I literally turned right as you would normally do on a wheel, and it gave me full lock and we nearly went to the grass and slowed us down. So coming into Blanchimont then, completely flat, and we get a brilliant run on our teammate there. And again, the twitchiness of the wheel literally is so bad on this game with the pad, so not what I wanted. As we go very wide there, nearly hitting the wall of the last corner of the bus stop chicane. But we're going to come across the line then to take the final lap then of the race, as we're going to be coming into turn 1, going to be locking, breaking up, going a bit wide, and Barrichello out of nowhere comes in and takes the lead of the race with 1 lap to go of this Belgian Grand Prix. So we have a lot to do right now as we're going to come up towards Eau Rouge for the final time. Our teammate leads from us in 2nd place with Montoya in 3rd. Coming up the hill, we're going to get a fantastic run on our teammate here with the slipstream of this Ferrari engine. Look at the speed we've got on our teammate down the inside, and we take the lead of the race with only a couple of sectors to go. Losing the back end nearly there, and just locking up the front left again into corner, which is not what I wanted, but we get a brilliant exit as Barrichello is starting to struggle a bit there. He's got Montoya right behind him.
The fastest man so far through the first sector is Takuma Sato.
That's pretty interesting to see that, as Sato sets the quickest first sector time, which was quite good. But we're coming then into Pouhon then for the final time here in this Belgian Grand Prix. Going to take it nice and easy. Brilliant line, I've got to say. I don't know what's happened to Barrichello, but he's had a moment, it seems, because he's not on the map. So I wonder what happened there. As we're going to be coming then into the corner, then we lose the back end completely as we spin it, half spin it, but we get it correct and we continue on our merry ways. But that was a massive moment. You can just see Barrichello there on the map, so he's had a mistake really with Montoya, so they must have made a bit of contact there. But our fuel light's blinking on the top right, you can see on the screen right now, but we've still got a comfortable 5 seconds, 6 second gap to our teammate Rubens Barrichello, so that little mistake hasn't really cost us that much time, but Barrichello and Montoya's battle has cost them a sniff of victory here today as we come in to the bus stop for the final time then of this race. Going to be holding it there on the inside, and a very good tight exit, and nearly the second time in 2 laps we nearly hit the wall at the bus stop. But we're going to come through to win the Belgian Grand Prix here as we get it nicely done there, as we all wait for the rest of the field to complete the race. It was us from Barrichello, then Juan Pablo Montoya in this race. It was a very good race that was, but a few issues with the pad with my Xbox controller, so probably if I do another classic video, I'll make sure to get that fixed for you guys for the next episode of this little classic series. As we've only got ready, I'm going to be doing one more F1 game, so if you've got any ideas guys of suggestions for any of the F1 games, could be 06, could be 01, 02, or anything from like the N64 or something like that, then let me know in the comments below what you want to see next. But until next time guys, I want to thank you guys for watching this video, a bit of classic content for you guys, and make sure to like and subscribe for more F1 content on the channel, as we have F1 2016 coming out on Friday, so looking forward to that, where I'll be streaming live as well the first couple of episodes for you guys on release date. But until then, I will leave you now with the podium celebrations for this game, which was quite interesting to see. But until next time guys, I hope you have a fantastic day, and I'll see you guys very soon for another video on the channel. But until then, I hope you guys have a good day and enjoy the podium celebrations.